Oh, welcome back to the Real Kens TV, where we keep it 1,000% real, and we call a spade, even if we don't want to. You know what I mean? Before I get started, man, feel free to like, comment. If you like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Up and coming channel. We just now starting to grow or whatever, trying to grow. But nevertheless, there are a lot of these dudes on here, and I'm not hating on nobody, man. You know what I mean? Especially the guys that's really out here getting it. But I see a lot of these dudes, man, and they tell these penitentiary stories, man. You know, some of them I believe, some of them I don't. You know, I've done a lot of time myself, man, and you're only gonna run across so many situations. you know, so I'm not saying that these stories are false, but I'm just saying there's only so much is gonna happen when you're locked up, man. The thing about being locked up, like I said, we gonna keep it 1,000% real. We're gonna call a spade, man. It really, because oftentimes people, how do you handle yourself? What do you do in this situation? What do you do in that situation? What do you do? It just depends on where you're at, who you are, who you know, which is basically the same thing as who you are. Because there's different scenarios for different events, different occurrences. You know, I'm gonna share a story that happened to me one time, man. And it really, really could have gone left. When you go to prison, man, there's nothing cool about going to prison. Ain't no stripes to gain about going to prison, man. Nothing. But a lot of times people, for whatever reason, they glorify it. These same people that's online liking all your videos, your comments, and if they're business owners, try to go get a job from them. See how many of them will hire you. You know what I mean? So a lot of these stories, yeah, they're stories that actually happen, but they're not to glorify. And the real reason to tell these stories is to deter anyone, especially the youngsters, from going that route. Because shit definitely does get real. Don't get me wrong, it gets real in there. And again, I'm not saying everybody's falsifying just to get views and subscribers or whatever, because I never been to a USP. You know what I'm saying? A federal penitentiary. I never been to a maximum security prison. So I'm sure that a lot of these things do actually go down. I just think people exaggerate a little bit. That's all I'm saying. But nevertheless, man, there's do's and don'ts, more don'ts than do's when you're locked up, man. Certain things that you just want to avoid, because the goal is to come home to your family, man. Hell, even if you don't got a family, the goal should be to come home. But there are certain things and activities that'll get you caught up and could possibly extend your stay for a little longer, if not forever. When you locked up, you have to know, stay away from gambling. Definitely stay away from gambling, man. That's one of the number one things that I've seen people really, really get hurt. Really, really get hurt playing poker. Even if you love to play poker, it's cool, man. I played poker, man. Everywhere I went, I played poker. I was just hard-headed. You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying that I was no guy that was just out here running crazy and doing this and doing that, but I definitely played poker. And I knew the risk. When you playing poker, it's all type of funny shit that goes on, man. It's cheating. Motherfuckers ain't paying, because you got to understand, you don't got money in the penitentiary. So when you playing poker, everything is basically, it's like, it's hard to really bring your money with your items. Noodles. Hold on, let me grab my infamous noodles. These noodles. I don't have anything else around me. But that's money. That's considered money in a poker game. And depending on where you at, it could be 50 cents. It could be $1. And I know some of y'all was like, 50 cents $1, that's a lot of money in penitentiary. You know what I mean? In jail, period. So let's just say you come into the game and you want to buy in the game with $10. Well, when you bring it's hard to, because gambling in prison is really illegal. Now you got a lot of COs that'll allow it. They'll just kind of turn the other head, turn the other cheek. They know what you're doing, but they'll just look away because, you ain't hurting nobody. You ain't killing nobody. You ain't, and it's a great thing to do as far as killing time. You be at the poker table 9, 10, 11 hours straight. So a lot of times what happens is when you first come to the game, you have to bring your items to the table. So you come in with $10. Well, hell, you got to bring $10 worth of commissary. That's the hard part, because when you bring in that money, you got to sneak it out. You can't just walk on the yard with commissary. A lot of the poker games, especially in the summertime, is outside on the yard all day. So you got to figure out how to get your items out to the table. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to fast forward all that. You get your items out. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is, after you bring your first, that's what they call bring your first. Say you lose that $10, you can go up top. Up top means, okay, you'll have a limit set. So your limit's like a credit limit. So they may say, okay, in my game, you can go up top 10. So you can get 10 more bucks, but after $10 and you lose that, you got to go get your items to get back into the game. So you call it up top. Then the poker game, you don't have chips. You keep the score on paper. I know a lot of y'all poker players like, how you keep it on paper? It's hard to explain with a different video for a different day. But you keep the score on paper. You got to watch the scorekeeper. Make sure he ain't cheating, because everybody ain't great at math. You see what I'm saying? So everybody's not great at math. So you got to watch the scorekeeper and make sure that everything is everything with that. Make sure you ain't getting cheated out of your bread. And then it's all type of game that's ran on the poker table. So it's best to just stay away. Now, what happened to me in this particular situation, I was housing a poker game, man, which means I was running the game. You see what I'm saying? The danger in running the game, you can't be anybody can't just run the game, because what happens is if you trying to run a game, right, and motherfucker think you soft or they think they can get over on you, they'll go up top. And then when they go up top and you like, hey, bro, you 10 up top, whatever the limit is, go get your items. They don't want to go get their items. So they feel like they just going to truck you. So a situation with me happened with me, rather. I was running a game. Dude had went up top. He had been paying, though. So every time he went out, he went and got $5 more, $10 more, brought it to the table. I had a runner. What you do is you pay somebody. When they bring their items to the table, they ain't even got to bring them to the table. You go to the cell with them. Okay, it's $10. Boom. He takes it, tucks it under his shirt, takes it to wherever the stash spot is. You know what I mean? Then you got to have somebody watching the stash spot, because the motherfucker run up in your cell or in the stash spot and take the stash. Now you hosting the game. They not trying to hear, man, somebody stole the stash. Now they looking at you. You got to be able to cover this. So you got a runner and you got somebody watching the stash spot. And they got to be somebody solid watching the stash spot. Otherwise, they just going to run over top whoever's watching the stash spot. So he went up top maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. So on that last time, he was like, hey, bro, give me 10 more. I'm like, man, you got to go get it. He was like, damn, my dog, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just went twice, 2, 3 times and got the items. You know I'm good. My thing was this. I know he was good. But I couldn't do that, because if I did that with him, guess what? The next person's going to be like, damn, dog, you just let dude do it. You know what I'm saying? I got the shit. I got the little punk ass bread. That's what little punk ass bread, man. Money. I got the little punk ass bread, man. So to avoid all that, and I explained that to everybody in my games. Look, man, I don't care. We cool. You got to go get your items, man. Once you go up top a certain amount of money. So dude's like, all right, he don't come back to the game. So after the game is over with, I'm going to collect from everybody. Actually I'm not, because the money's already been collected. But I went to him Because when my dude, the collector, went to him, he was like, man, I ain't got it. So I went to his cell and I'm like, hey, bro, you got that 10? He was like, nope. I'm like, damn, when you gonna have it? He was like, I ain't. Now, if I was editing this video, I'd pause right now. Because this is how it was when he said it. You ain't gonna have it. Mind you, when this happened, it was right before count time. At count time, you have to be in your cell. It ain't no running late, none of that. It's just like, count was like at 11. You had to be in your cell at 11. This was like maybe 10:57. So I'm like, damn, that's how you feel? He's like, yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, all right. So I go back up to my cell. Now we're in the county jail, so we got 10 to 12 man cells. So it's, we're not just in a cell by ourselves or with another person. It's like a big old, not that big, but it's like an army barracks, a small army barracks. So it's 10 to 12 of us in there. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple tables, we got bunk beds, bathroom, TV, phones. So, we all in there talking. I'm telling one of my partners, I'm like, man, dude just told me he wasn't going to pay. So I'm like, all right, first thing in the morning when the doors crack, we getting it in. We getting it in. You know what I'm saying? First thing in the morning, we getting it in because I feel like, damn, dude, you just try to, I don't know who you take me for. I'm not no tough guy by no stretch of the imagination, man. I ain't, but at the same time, I'm not no pushover either. So I had an OG, man, and he's telling me like, look, fam, don't even sweat that, man. You trying to go home, man. You trying to go home. I'm fresh in, though. I ain't even been in that long. So, maybe a few months or so. So, the next morning comes. I put my shoes on. I'm ready to go down and we getting ready to get it in, man. So my dude's like, man, let that go, man. Let it go. Just, he can't come back to the poker table, man. $10, you gonna go fight, go to the hole, get all your little privileges that you do have, what little privileges you do have, man, you know what I'm saying? Get taken away from you over $10, man. You bigger than that, man. Don't even. But me, I'm just like, nah, it's not even about the $10. It's just kind of how he said it, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't gonna have it. I'm ready to go split a motherfucker's wig, man. Take a look at him. I'm ready to go take a look at him, man. Real talk. Different element, man. You in jail, so on the streets, man, $10 ain't nothing, man. But in jail, $10, $1.50. Somebody take a look at you over 50 cents, man. No joke. Over 50 cents. No exaggeration whatsoever. So, nevertheless, man, my OG, man. All right, OG, you right, man. He was like, nah, you won 50-something dollars. That's a great night in jail. You won 50-something dollars, man. So why you worried about a little $10, man? We just don't fool with him no more, man. Next time you hosting a game, don't fool with it. He can't get in your game. If he hosts a game, guess what? Don't get in his game. Cool. I let it go. 3, 4, maybe 2, 3 nights. We playing poker or whatever. So one night I'm on the phone. Actually, it was during the daytime. I was on the phone. He walks up to the cell. Now, our county jail, the county jail, ain't my county jail. Fuck that county jail. And everybody works there, the majority of them. But it's not the time to vent right now. It's like, I don't know if y'all ever seen the show Oz. Everything is glass. So when somebody's walking up to your cell, it's glass. You can see the next cell, upstairs and downstairs, with the exception of the cell underneath you because they're underneath you. But across from you and downstairs across from you can see him. Everything's glass. I see him walking up the stairs. I'm on the phone. I'm talking to my boo. What's up, baby? I miss you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get married when I get home. All the shit that everybody say. I'm still with my baby, though. I ain't get out and run on her. You know what I'm saying? We working on a marriage, but I'm still with her. She's still with me. So, I see him walking up. And he's walking up to the cell, but so he comes in. Now, when I see him, I'm not really on the defense because I feel like anything that's going to happen, you walked in my cell. So dude's like, hey, bro, hands me the $10, man. $10 worth of items, man. He's like, man, my bad, dog. I was just tripping. I didn't even see the items, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was so focused on him and just looking at him, I didn't even see that he had like a little bag in his hand because he was trying to hide it. You can't just, that's illegal. That didn't get your ass sent straight to the hole. Loan borrowing and trading, jail, penitentiary, if you ain't got the right CO on, correction officer, that'll get you sent straight to the hole. So I was focusing more so on him. I didn't know if I was gonna have to get up and split him with the phone. Whatever. Dude handed me $10, man. My fault, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was just tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, look, bro, I gave him $5 back, man. I said, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. When a person can admit that they wrong and they can apologize to you, man, it goes a long way with me. So the moral of this story is everything ain't about being, showing that you a soldier, you a warrior, barbarian. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. The goal is when you go to jail. The goal is from day one. Your first day of going to prison, jail, whatever, is to get home, man. Do it the right way. You don't snitch on nobody or try to set nobody up and get nobody to tell you about their case, and then you go to the detectives. Or nah, you don't do it that way. But outside of that, man, your goal is to go home, get in there, mind your business, take as many classes as you can take, get some skills, education, or whatever about yourself, so that hopefully you get out and don't repeat this shit. Because being locked up is the worst shit in the world, man. I don't give a damn what nobody says, dog. Ain't nothing cool about this shit. Yeah, I look back and laugh over certain situations that occurred and happened, but man, ain't nothing cool about that, man. Your family, my pops passed away, multiple grandparents passed away, best friends passed away. Ain't nothing cool about being locked up, man. So don't glorify when you hear these stories and people saying this and saying that. Don't think it's cool because, like I said, a lot of it's true. I just don't believe all of it is true. If I had have reacted and did something crazy to do, got in a fight with, no telling what could have happened, man. I could have extended my stay. I'm gonna kill him or nothing like that. I ain't no killer. So it wasn't gonna be a situation like that. But I'm saying it could have been worse for me. But I used my head. And in that particular situation, it worked out for me. Think about what you do before you do it. That's the message. Think about what you do before you do it. Because understand, man, it's consequences and circumstances to everything. And you're going to face those consequences, man. You're definitely going to face them. And once you are facing the consequences, mama, call the prison, tell them I'm not safe in here, baby, if she even answers at that point. Whoever you call, you can write the warden, you can write whoever, man. Man, they not giving a damn. They go home to their families every night, man. They sleep well. Prison, jail, confinement, it's not safe. I don't care if you just in there for fucking, I don't know, child support. You may be in there with a person that has a life sentence. Or and killed 3 or 4 people, man. You got 100 years. They're not separating you, not initially. Now, eventually, you'll probably get separated. But at some point, you're going to be with the killers, man. They're not looking at you like, he's just in there for child support. Nah, man. You with the lions, tigers, and bears, man. You a man or you a mouse. You're going to get down and you're going to lay down. That's how they look at it, man. I'm not trying to sound like a tough guy. I'm just telling you how prison is, man. You're going to get down and you're going to lay down, man. You're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. So you got to stand up for yourself, man. Everybody ain't got to click. Everybody wasn't known in the streets like that. Everybody ain't, when they first get off the bus, man, the Grey Goose, that's what we call it here in Kentucky. And they got, 10, 15, 20 homeboys. Come on, man, come on with us. Everybody ain't got that, man. So what do you do when you got to stand on your own, man? Real Kens TV. We keep it real, man. 1000% real. Call a spade a spade. You like the video, like, comment, share. Definitely subscribe. Help me grow my channel if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just now starting out. I ain't been in the game too long. Just want to share this information. Hopefully, if it reaches one person, man. Just one person. If it reaches one person, man, I'm cool. Stay tuned for the next video.